Hello everyone, today I am going to be sharing with you the books I would like to read in June. This TBR is comprised entirely of contemporary books. Before we get into the TBR though, you should subscribe if you haven't already. If you hit that red button right there, well it's actually down there, but it looks like this, then you will be notified when I post new videos, and you will also be part of our little bookish family, which is great. It's fun here, and I post new videos every Sunday. So first up in this pile we have The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. This is a book beloved and hyped up on BookTube. I did not like the first book by this author, Everything, but I've heard great things about this book and I still want to give it a chance. Next up we have How to Make a Wish by Ashley Herring Blake. This book was sold to me as a really diverse book with really good biracial rep in it, and honestly I don't know too much about it other than that, and that is enough for me. It's also purple naked, which is just the best color in the world in case you were wondering. I also really want to read A List of Cages by Robin Rowe this month. I know this is a book that deals with some intense family issues and some mental illness aspects, I believe. I just know it's a lot about friendship and kindness, and I've heard lots of good things, so I do really want to read this book. This one is a book I meant to get to in May and I just did not get the chance to read it, and that is The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. And it's just, I don't know, I just love Becky Albertalli and I loved her first books. I also want to read Dangerous Girls by Abigail Haas. This is a YA contemporary thriller, I believe, and that's pretty much all I know about it, other than it's been highly recommended, especially from Sandy at Sandy Reads a Lot, and I just have been wanting to read this book so much since she started talking about it. And now I own it, so now I'm gonna. And thrillers, I usually go through thrillers really fast, so I am assuming this will be a really quick read one day. This is another book I meant to read in the month of May and just did not get to, and I would still like to read it, and that's Second Chance Summer by Morgan Matson. This is about a girl whose father is dying, I believe he's sick, and they go to the beach house for the first time in quite a few years, and our main character is dealing with some past things that have come up from revisiting the beach, as well as her current predicament of, you know, losing her father. I also want to read Jellicoe Road by Milena Marchetta. I've heard nothing but fabulous praise about this book, and it's just high time I read it. Also would like to read It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini. This is a contemporary story about a kid who is overwhelmed by school and ends up going to a mental institution. This is Own Voices. Ned Vizzini also dealt with depression and wrote this after he had come out of a mental facility, and sadly Ned Vizzini has committed suicide, but I still really want to read this book. I've heard it's just fantastic Betrayal and really, really good. I also would really like to pick up Alex Approximately by Jen Bennett. This is about a girl who moves to California, and she randomly enough moves to the small town where the internet pen pal she has a crush on lives, and so she decides not to tell him she's moving because, like, what if he's a stalker? What if he's creepy? What if he's just not who she thinks he is? And she just doesn't want to open that can of worms, and story ensues. The last book I'd like to read this month is The One Memory of Flora Banks, and this is by Emily Barr, and this is a book about a girl who is unable to rebuild memories. So she remembers everything before surgery that she had when she was like 11, I think. This follows her after she has her first new memory in years, and she follows that lead to try to figure out what's going on and if that can cure her, and I'm just interested in this. It sounds great. It sounds really great. And that is all I have for today's video, so I wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!